Good morning, everyone. And welcome to my cryptocurrency mining business proposal. My name is Brandon Besaidnet, and I'll be taking you through the PowerPoint. On our agenda today, we'll first be looking at an introduction into what cryptocurrency mining is. We'll then look at the business idea behind the problem. We'll then discuss the problem a bit further. We'll then discuss the features and benefits of running a cryptocurrency business. We'll go through my qualifications and experience. We'll go through the Bitcoin market and value over the last 10 years. We'll then also go over our business market competitors and our business risks. We'll also then take a look at our business model, our investment and our return on investment, and then some closing remarks. All right. So with the rapid rise of cryptocurrency, it is gaining major traction around the world as more and more people become more educated on the topic. While buying coins on an exchange and then investing them can prove advantageous for many, the real money is made at the foundational level in the mining process. Now, what is cryptocurrency mining? Cryptocurrency mining is performed using specialized computers that verifies transactions on the cryptocurrency networks. As a reward for verifying these transactions, the specialized machine then receives a block of cryptocurrency and the process begins again for the next transaction. Because cryptocurrency has no centralized control authority, miners are crucial for making cryptocurrency work, meaning that the miners will always be earning an income. Now, the whole idea behind the business is to exploit this and to buy a number of these specialized computers in order to mine cryptocurrencies. As an income, the business will then be paid out a certain amount of cryptocurrency for every transaction it verifies, which we can then convert to South African Rand. We will then make use of staking and interest-bearing platforms like Swissborg in order to make our income grow and convert them to South African Rands after 3 months of the cryptocurrency maturing, which gives us further advantages and further growth on our cryptocurrency that we get from verifying transactions. This will in turn produce a bigger income for the business. We will then take this income that we get from staking and mining to pay the business expenses and acquire more machines to increase the business's earnings on the cryptocurrency networks, increasing both the top and the bottom line of the business. So if we look at the problem that cryptocurrency solves, let's say you have one legitimate 20 Rand note and one counterfeit 20 Rand note. If you were to try and spend both the real bill and the fake one, someone who took the trouble of looking at both of the bill's serial numbers would see that they were the same number, and thus one of them had to be false. Now, we both know in the real world example, people make mistakes, people don't check the serial numbers. It's very difficult for 2 stores to actually check the serial numbers of 2 different notes. Now, what a cryptocurrency miner does is analogous to that. They check the transaction to make sure that users have not illegitimately tried to spend the same Bitcoin twice, solving the problem of forging money. This allows the cryptocurrency network to function without any fraud present, which is why it has been adapted at major rates across the world, increasing the need for cryptocurrency miners. Now, if we take a look at the features and the benefits of running a cryptocurrency mining, a business can exploit this advantage of earning rewards for validating transactions on the cryptocurrency exchange using the specialized computers and convert the earnings to South African Rand to earn an income for the business. So why is this beneficial? The company can further then let the rewards mature for further 90 days, earning an additional interest on the rewards upwards of 18% per annum. The computers will therefore be the employees of the business, constantly verifying transactions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, earning an income for the business around the clock. Why is this awesome? Due to the technology behind cryptocurrency, it will not become obsolete. It solves a crucial problem with our current monetary system where transactions aren't verified properly, whereas cryptocurrency can solve that within microseconds. And why is this advantageous to make a business out of this. This is very advantageous as the business requires minimum human capital, i.e. the computers do the work and earn the income, meaning that the income stream of the business is automated. The idea is very low monthly expenses because the computers don't need to be paid salaries, benefits, etc. The only expense for the miners are an internet connection and electricity. And due to the rising popularity of cryptocurrency, the actual value of the rewards for verification have increased tremendously, making the business even more profitable. If we look at the Bitcoin dollar value, this just shows how the Bitcoin value has increased over the years. If we look at 2018, there was a bump and up to $20,000, but since 2021, we've been averaging above $40,000, which means that the mining rewards are a lot more valuable here compared to where it was previously. If we take a look at my qualifications and experience, why I can run this business for you as an investor, as a software architect with over 5 years of experience, I can keep up to date with the latest cryptocurrency news, and I can understand the technology behind the specialized machines and networks to let the business turn a profit and to let the business continue turning a profit. With my experience having numerous exposures to the technical and infrastructural side of cryptocurrency development, I will be able to set up and monitor these specialized machines on a day-to-day basis, allowing the business to address an error or a system fault immediately if one arises with the machine, ensuring minimum downtime. Due to my previous experience and connections, the business can also minimize its startup costs by getting major discounts on their machines by making use of Bitmart. If we then dive a bit deeper into the Bitcoin market and why this is a good investment to get into now. According to Brand Essence market research, the cryptocurrency mining market size reached $2.285 billion in 2021. The cryptocurrency mining market is growing at a continual annual growth rate of 28.5% and is to reach a size of $5.293 billion at the end of 2028. The primary factor for driving this market's growth, the 28.5% CAGR, which is a ridiculously high CAGR, is the growth of the distributed ledger technology and rising digital investments in venture capital behind cryptocurrency. Developing countries have even started using this digital currency as a financial exchange medium due to the fraud protection that it has. And what does this continuous annual growth rate of 28.5% means? It means that 28.5% more miners are required each year to keep up with the market requirements of cryptocurrency, with a rising CAGR, making this a great time to start a mining business. If we then take a look at the Bitcoin value, the continuous annual growth rate over the last 2 to 10 years, comparing it to the gold returns and the S&P 500 returns, we can see that Bitcoin every year outperforms the gold and the S&P 500 marginally, or by a huge margin rather. If we then look at our Bitcoin and traditional assets continuous annual growth rate over years, if you left the Bitcoin at year 1, you would have had a negative 14% CAGR, but at the end, at year 10, you would have 137% CAGR on your Bitcoin assets, which just shows how great it is or how worthwhile it is to stake your coins in interest-bearing platforms like Swissball, which will give the business another major income stream. If we look a bit at the stats, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency has returned 155% on average every year for the past 5 years, while gold has only returned 7% on average for the same years. The CAGR numbers solidify Bitcoin's status as the best performing financial asset in history, with over 100% CAGR in Bitcoin's value compared to the 28% CAGR of miners coming to the market every year. The market is at its best to start mining now. If we take a look at staking cryptocurrencies, the businesses, the business has verified a transaction and it has received its reward for verifying that transaction, the business can then deposit all that rewards into an interest-bearing yield farming platform like Swissball. And why is this cool? The benefit of this is twofold. Your investment will increase as the currency naturally matures and gains value over time. If we go 2 slides back, we'll see here how Bitcoin gains value over time by just leaving it with an interest-bearing platform like Swissball. The business is then paid interest for money they invest on the platform as well above the natural value maturity. It's then paid out in the same cryptocurrency you deposit in, increasing your coin yield nicely each year. Mining on its own can also yield 100 to 200% return each year. Add that to your yearly interest and the natural appreciation of the crypto, and you could be looking at cash in massively after 3 years of savvy investing and saving in the staking and the interest-bearing yield farming platforms. And here's just a little diagram of showing how cryptocurrency staking works. So as a transaction goes through the blockchain, we'll then need some cryptocurrency to actually verify this transaction, and as a reward for that, the cryptocurrency miner will then get the cryptocurrency coins. If we then look at our market competitors and risks, cryptocurrencies mining is a highly competitive field. Independent one-man businesses can rarely compete with massive mining networks on the web, which are able to solve cryptographic algorithms a lot faster than you can on your own. To compete against the mining megacenters, however, miners can join a mining pool which has solved this problem, which is a group of miners who work together and share the rewards. This can increase the speed and reduce the difficulty of mining, increasing profitability a lot. The idea would be to join one of these mining pools to ensure that the business reaches high profit and that they are not swallowed out by the massive mining networks currently available. If we look at the current market competitors, we can see we have some big market competitors with big market shares. F2Pool having 17% of the market, but BTC.com 16%, Antpool 11.7%, and etc. So during the early days of Bitcoin, mining could be profitable for an individual miner without mining in a crypto mining pool. However, with an increase in the difficulty levels of Bitcoin mining and the entry of large institutional players in the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, its economics have unfortunately changed, and it is now dominated by the mining pools, which we will be joining in our business. And this is important for the business to succeed. If we then take a look at our detailed business model, if we then take a look at our cryptocurrency mining business model, our main value propositions will be supplying computational power to the Bitcoin cryptocurrency mining network, as well as providing staking power to the network. Our key business activities will be cryptocurrency mining and cryptocurrency staking. There will be no human interaction with our key activities and our value propositions, as all the work is done by the computers. If we then take a look at our key resources and our key partners required for our value propositions, we'll then see that we require specialized mining rigs in order to earn an income and supply computational power to the network. We also need electricity to provide electricity to the mining rigs, and as well an internet provider to connect to the cryptocurrency network. Our key partners to provide these resources will be our suppliers for the cryptocurrency machines. In this case, it would be bitmart.co.za. We would also need a staking partner like Swissborg. We'd need an electricity provider like Eskom, and we'd also need an internet provider. If we look at our customer relationship, customer segments, and customer channels, we can see that there are none, because no customers are required for this business to run and turn a profit. The only thing required is for the cryptocurrency mining network to stay active, which we can see that it will stay active based on the fraud technology that it prevents. If we then look at our cost structure, we will need internet costs averaging about 900 Rand a month. We'll need electricity, and we'll also need a salary for the manager to take care of all the machines. Our main revenue streams will then be the mining rewards that we will convert to South African Rand to pay our bills, as well as taking interest on the coins that we leave in the interest yield bearing platform. And if we go back to the PowerPoint presentation after viewing the business model, we'll now take a look at the investment and the return on investment. So these specialized machines are quite expensive that we acquire, but as you will shortly see, they offer a major return on investment and major hashing power to the network of the cryptocurrency that it mines on. So we'll, as a business start, we'll acquire 10 of these Zodiac RTX 3060 Ti60 card mining rigs. They mine on the Dogger Hashimoto network. They provide 2,700 mega hashes to the network, meaning that they provide a lot of power to actually verify the transactions. Our estimated daily earnings will be 15,000 Rand a day in these rewards that we get for verifying transactions. Every month we would get about 463,000 Rand out of these 10 machines. As we can see, our power cost is 170,000 Rand a month. This is done on a cost of R1.60 per unit, and we can see our net profit after paying our power will then be 292,000 Rand 800 cents. But this is not taking into consideration yet the business expenses. So if we take a look at our initial startup costs, we are looking at 10.293 million Rand as initial investment. And here we can see how the investment will be broken up. 9.6 million Rand will be used to buy the specialized mining equipment. And other than that, we will just cover the basic services for the first 3 months. The salary of the engineer or the manager to actually make sure that the miners are on the network and that they work. Some petty cash to make sure we have cash on hand if any of the equipment breaks. Rent for 3 months, power and internet. If we then take a look at our loan repayment for the 10.293 million Rand startup costs we see here. As the initial investor, we will pay you back a 7.25% interest rate over 10 years. This will result in a total loan of 10.293 million Rand, which will give you 4.2 million Rand growth in interest. And the monthly repayment for that will be 120,000 Rand. If we then take a look at our total monthly expenses, we'll see that the business is still profitable. The total monthly expenses comes out to 380,000 Rand roughly. We'll have our 120,000 monthly loan repayment. We'll put 10,000 Rand into the petty cash, the salary of the engineer and the salary of you as the investor. We'll also save 30,000 Rand into the reinvestment funds to buy more machines, and 180,000 Rand for electricity. If we then look at our income, we would receive 463,000 Rand a month from verifying transactions on the network. Then we'll also receive an additional just under 3,000 Rand on the interest that we've earned from the interest-bearing platforms like Swissborg, and that will give us a total expense of 380,000 Rand. If we then take a look at the net profit, that will leave us a clean profit of 85,000 Rand every month after all the expenses have been paid. So therefore, as we can see, this would be a highly profitable business, producing returns much higher than any traditional investment option. You will receive your loan payback, you will receive a monthly salary as well, and the business will be turning a net profit of 85,000 Rand a month. If we then look at our net profit per annum, we will reach just under R1 million in net profit in our first year, with no out-of-pocket startup costs other than the investment. So yeah, as you guys can see from an organizational perspective, this is quite a simple business to manage, as the income earners of the business are computers. And this report shows that it is proven that it is a very profitable business and it is a great opportunity in today's technological driven world. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. My name is Brandon Besaidner, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me on my email, or you can find me at dpogroup.com. Thank you.